You know what? I should do a sad toggle when I'm like, right? because I feel like you know, VTubing, we're still kind of a niche, right? Still kind of a niche. And I feel like to a lot of people that aren't in this space, you know, all of this may seem pretty stupid. Like, what are you doing? Why are you dancing? What do you mean you're dancing? What do you mean you're being an anime boy? What do you mean you went to Japan to dance and to sing? What is that? What are you? Are you Bruno Mars? Are you Jenny? Are you Rosé? Right? And that's why I don't really share what I do to anyone in my life, because, you know, I feel like it'll be seen as like, what the hell? That's kind of cringe. So I was so happy when I was in that studio and everybody was so supportive. Everybody from 3D Studio to the translator to the Manesans and everyone, and we were all like in it. We were in it. We were in the sauce, right? We were in the sauce, and we were all trying to make it really good. We were all taking it seriously. We were all, you know, we all thought this was important. And that's, you know, that's a vibe that is hard to come by, especially for things like this, right? And I remember during my last 3D day, while everyone was, you know, maybe 3D studio team, hard at work, they were gonna go home, do the thing again tomorrow. They were gonna do more 3Ds in the future. And I was right there sitting in my chair, just looking around, right? I was just looking around the 3D studio, just engraving. Kind of just engraving the memory, right, in my mind, right? Because who knows? You'll never know. This might be my last 3D thing. This might be my first thing, but this might also be my last thing. Who knows, right? Bruh. And I'm like, damn, I was a gamer many years ago, PlayStation 3 era, right? I was playing The Last of Us. And I was seeing these motion capture actors, you know, mocapping and doing all their things, right? They were just voice acting, they were mocapping, they were moving in a 3D studio with balls around their faces and balls around their body. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's something I'll probably never do. But then when I was there on my last day in the studio, I was like, the hell, I'm here. What? I'm doing this, right? You know, I was on a different trajectory. I was going a completely different direction. I was going a completely different direction from all this VTubing, singing, performing thing. I just thought the mocap thing and all the game performances, idol thing were fun. Yeah, they were fun, they were cool, but I was going in a completely different direction. And I was looking around the studio and I was like, damn, what? I'm here, huh? I'm here. So yeah, I was engraving the memory in my mind. I was engraving every little detail of that 3D studio so I can copy it myself. Not really. Of that break room, of that dressing room, of that mocap suit, right? Because we can't take pictures. We can't take pictures, so all I can do is just memorize. So that by the time, you know, I'm in a nursing home at 80, 90 years old, I can tell, you know, my roommate, who's also 80, 90 years old, probably dying, and I'm gonna be like, brother, you know, 60 years ago, I was an idol. Did you know that? Yes, I danced in front of thousands of people. I sang. I was part of a group. We were a bounty hunter unit, Armis. I did so many cool things when I was 23. And then the nurse is like, okay, Grandpa, that's a cool story, but time to go to bed. So, you know, you'll never know what happens in the future. I'm not saying like I'll die or something, which is why I can't do another 3D, but who knows? Maybe another 3D in the future might be too expensive, might be too difficult to pull off. So, you know, I would like to cherish what I have right now, what I've done. I'd like to do my best and do as much as I can with the limited time that I was given for my own 3D. So I did my best. I did it all. I did all I wanted to do. Amazing job on 3D on the original song. Thank you, Rie. Thank you.